Now, let's learn how to find the greatest common factor, or in short form, GCF. So up to now, you know how to find factors of a number, right? You learn about factor pairs, you learn about prime factors. So then you are now ready to find the greatest common factor for several numbers together. Now, the greatest common factor, or GCF, of a set of numbers, right? It's more than two numbers, is the largest number that is a factor to all these numbers. Example, GCF for 4 and 6 is 2, because 2 is the largest number that is a factor for both 4 and 6 here. How do we find the GCF? First of all, we list all the factors of each number. Then the greatest factor appearing on every list will be the GCF. Right? For example, we want to find the GCF for the number 6 and 15. We list the factor of 6. We get 1, 2, 3, 6, and the factors of 15, 1, 3, 5, and 16. Now you will notice that on both lists, the number 3 appears twice, and is the largest factor on both lists. So therefore 3 is the GCF of 6 and 15. How about given you three numbers, 9, 20, and 25? You will do the same. First you find the factors of 9. You get 1, 3, 9. How about the factor of 20? You get 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. And the factor of 25, you get 1, 5, 25. Now you will notice that of the three lists here, the only factor on all three lists will be 1 itself. 1, 1, 1 here. So therefore, 1 is the GCF of 9, 20, and 25. After factors, let's have a look at multiples. Now, finding factors is possible because factors of a number are always less or equal to the number itself. So no matter how big a number is, it always has a finite or limited number of factors. On the other hand, unlike factors, multiples of a number are greater than or equal to the number itself. So the list can go on because it will be greater than the number itself. However, by generating a partial list of multiples will be quite simple enough. How? We can write down the number and multiply it by 2, 3, 4, and so forth. For example, a few positive multiples of 7 will be 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. Now you will recognize that this is simply the multiplication table for 7. And that's right, that's how we generate multiples of a number. Least common multiple of a set of numbers will be the lowest positive number that's a multiple of every number in that set. Okay. Now, for example, if you are given a set of number 2, 3, and 5, you want to find the least common multiple. We will find that now number 30 is the LCM. Why? Because 30 is a multiple of 2, right? You just need to multiply 2 15 times, you get 30. And then 30 is also a multiple of 3. Multiply it by 10 times, you get 30. And 30 is also a multiple of 5. Right? Having multiplied 6 times, you get 30. And an important point is that there is no number lower than 30. It's a multiple of all the three numbers. So therefore, 30 is the least, the lowest common multiple among the number 2, 3, and 5. How do we find the LCM? When looking for the LCM of two numbers, we can start by listing multiple of the larger number first, but stop when the number of multiples you have written equals the smaller number. Okay, so let's say you have two numbers. For example, here we want to find the least common multiple of 4 and 6, right? 6 being the larger of the two, so we start with 6. We list 4. 4 is the smaller number. We list 4 of the multiples of 6. We get 6, 12, 18, 24. After that, we start listing the multiple of the lower number until one of them matches the first list. So now we list the multiple of 4. We get 4, 8, 18. And you can find that 18 matches 12. 12 here matches 12 in the first list. Okay, so 12 is the first number that appears on both lists, so therefore 12 is the LCM of 4 and 6. What happens if we have more than two numbers? Suppose we want to find the LCM of 2, 3, and 5. Now in this case, we start with the two largest number first. In this case, 5 and 3. And we keep listing the multiples until you have one or more matching numbers on the list, right? So start with the multiple of 5, we get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then the multiple for 3, you get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. You will notice that the only numbers repeated on both lists are 15 here and 30. In this case, we can easily tell that 30 is a multiple of 2 but not 15. So therefore 30 is the least common multiple of 2, 3, and 5.